Okay, folks, it's time for the Christmas candy treat haul from the Boxing Day sale. I just finished filming my McGriddle review, so you would have seen that yesterday if you saw it. And I decided today that I was also going to go to the grocery stores because it was the first day they were open. Um, Stobies, I went into the store and all their Christmas section was all gone. They had closed it all up and they had a small shelf with some of the box chocolates that were $2 off. So something that was $13.99 is $2 off. Uh, I went to Shoppers yesterday, which is a drugstore. Everything was 60% off. The shelves were practically bare. I did get some, and I'm going to review them today. So I thought that it just doesn't make sense. Why would the drugstore have them on sale, but the grocery store didn't? So I thought I would go to the other grocery store chain, which is owned by Loblaws, Real Atlantic Superstore, and it was the same thing. Everything was like they had a small section with the Christmas candies, and everything was like $1 off or $2 off. None of the 50%. And the odd thing is that the drugstore that I went to, a Shoppers Drug Mart, it is owned by Loblaws. So if you live in Canada, you'll know that there's been a lot of focus on the grocery store chains here and the price gouging. There's been speculation about it, and even to the extent where the Prime Minister actually met with the two corporations that run most of the grocery stores in Canada to talk to them about what they can do to help Canadians with the prices. I know this is only Christmas candy, but I think it just exemplifies the corporate greed that's out there. It's ridiculous. Merry Christmas, Sobeys and Loblaws. That is horrible, horrible. I'm glad your pharmacies are giving the discounts, but after Christmas, to package up all of your stuff and ship it back to get your money back after you've been gouging. Sorry, I'm a little bit ticked off about that. I might have to cut some of that out. But anyway, let's get to the stuff that I did get that was 60% off. Here's the bag of stuff. I even got a Shoppers Drug Mart bag while I was in there. So I'm going to go through these one at a time. Then I'm going to unwrap the boxes and then we'll start tasting them. So I'll tell you for this bag, and keep in mind, this is 60% off. This is 60% off. $32.25 with the taxes. Without taxes, $28.30. You can see it right there. I'll put the receipt. And this is discount. The discount was applied. The prices were marked down. So it doesn't show you saved this much money on the receipt. But you can do the math. You can divide $28.30. I'll actually plug that in below. Divide that by 40%, and then you'll get what the total price would have been. Wow, it's expensive. So I've gotten 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 items. Let's go through them. So the first one we have here is a box of Lindor chocolates. Those are my favorite chocolates. And that came to $6.39. So that's after the 60% discount. And then the next thing that we have here is Pot of Gold. Now, Pot of Gold, it's owned by the Hershey's company now. It used to be Moyer's Chocolates, which was a Canadian company that started out of Halifax. And these were very popular in Canada. So that's Pot of Gold, packaged by the Hershey's company now. They bought them out. These, and here, the Pot of Gold chocolates, this is after the discount was applied, $4.39. That's actually a pretty good price. One of my favorite Christmas treats, I'm sure you have these in the States too, Ferrero Rocher chocolate collection. These are delicious. Those came to, where are we here? It doesn't have them. $4.79. That's a really good price for that. Oh, we've got some more Lindor chocolates. Again, the same price for these, $6.39. These are delicious. And I like Lindor chocolates. Another type, this is 70% cocoa. Cocoa is actually good for you. It may not be good on the weight, but the higher the cocoa content, the more healthier the chocolate is for you. That came to $3.99, which is a pretty good buy. Now let's unwrap these things and let's get to tasting. So here's what we're dealing with, folks. This is the haul. So again, there's the price tag. And look at all of these chocolates. Oh my goodness. I'm going to give a lot of these away, I think, to my grandchildren, because I do not have any self-control when it comes to this stuff. But we are going to sample one at a time what these taste like. And I will give you my honest, unbiased opinion. The one thing I am happy about is the price on these. This, again, if I would have paid full price on these, it would have been a lot more than $28.30 pre-tax. Let's start digging in, folks. Okay, folks, we're going to start unwrapping these and going one at a time on each of them. The first one, we're going to go with the Lindor 70% chocolate. These are delicious. I'm sure you know, when you open these up and you bite in, the creamy filling inside, wow, you're really getting the cocoa flavor, the chocolate explosion. Delicious. Let's mix it up with a Ferrero Rocher now. Okay, folks, I took all the packaging off so we can unbox them. So Ferrero Rocher, love these. I'm going to take one of these so you can see what we have here. Oh boy, these are delicious. This reminds me, I think it was Britain's Got Talent. One of the guys, this was from years ago, one of the guys was trying to get into the Guinness record for eating the most Ferrero Rochers. And every time I have these, I think of that. So I don't know if they have these, but let me know in the comments below whether you have these in Canada or is this an English thing. Canada, where it used to be a British colony, it wasn't I'm not sure if a lot of people know this, but if you were born in Canada up to 1947 and earlier, you were a British subject. So you were born a British citizen. And it wasn't until 1982 when we patriated our constitution and had our own here in Canada. But prior to that, we were under the British North America Act. But anyway, there's a little bit of history for you. We're going to go for the Ferrero Rocher. Look, it's got like a crunchy cookie outer shell wrapped in coconut, and then you get a nice creamy center. It's delicious, and it's kind of like a creme brulee, or it's really good, really good. And the coconut, delicious. Now we're going back to Lindor. I might need a bucket after this is over. Look at that, folks. Now these aren't the 70% cocoa. So it'll be a little bit lighter on the chocolate side, but it's just a chocolate ball. I'm sure you have these. And the nice, creamy, chocolatey center. Delicious. Mm. Now we're going for the pot of gold. So again, this Christmas tradition in Canada, especially in Nova Scotia, where it was the Moyers Chocolate Company that ran it for years. Started in Halifax, Nova Scotia, now owned by Hershey's, but pot of gold. And the good thing about the thing that I liked about this reminds me of the holidays is that you open it up and then inside the box it shows you what each chocolate is. So you match that up with the inside and then you can pick out which type of chocolate you want. So let me see. I love caramel, so I'm going to find one with caramel in it. Vanilla caramel. Right there. Here we go, folks. Vanilla caramel chocolate. Oh, look at that. Delicious. Wow. I'm not going to need to eat supper today. Amazing. I can't go through every single one of these tastes and eat every single one of these, but you get the drift. Now we have our final box, folks. Drum roll, please. Lindor again. And these are all the red ones. And Lindor chocolates, what they say, it's milk chocolate with a delectable smooth center. Just a round chocolate circle. And that creamy chocolatey goodness inside. Delicious, folks. Delicious. Now I got to give these away to my grandchildren. I'll have to package them up and separate them because I will eat all of these if I kept them in my house. So that takes us to the end of the review, folks. I know this was a little bit longer than normal, but there was a lot of chocolate there. I'm good for lunch now. No lunch for me. I had my breakfast, sausage McGriddle. So I'm going to skip lunch. And today I'm going to be making a film tonight, which is going to be on the stove. I'm going to do it the old-fashioned way, cook a nice turkey soup. So that's coming up. That'll be Friday's video. Thanks a lot for enjoying these chocolates with me, everyone. I hope you enjoyed it. Comment below on what the prices are like in your area and whether you're finding the same thing. I don't know if this is just a Nova Scotia thing or is this happening all over the place, that grocery stores are doing that. I was blown away that this happened. Usually grocery stores will have them all marked down. Like, why bother taking the time to package everything up and ship them? Pass a little bit of Christmas cheer onto your customers who have been paying much higher grocery prices than we've ever seen over the past couple of years. So if the drugstore companies that the same grocery stores own can offer them at 60% off, and the grocery stores are only doing about 5 or 10% off, I think that's shameful. Anyway, sorry, that's just my opinion. Thanks again for watching, everyone. I really appreciate it. If you like this video, please hit that like button. If you're new here, please consider subscribing. There's going to be some playlists that you can check out. And if it's something that you'd like to continue to see, food reviews, eventually going to be traveling when the weather gets better, and cooking at least one or two cooking videos a week where I'm making something good. Thanks again, everyone. Jamie, signing off, and I'm not going to have lunch today.